What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about what we have to look forward to after the military. Serving in the military has given us an immense amount of pride. Coupled that with the achievements we accomplished while we're in has given us a huge sense of satisfaction with our careers in the military. Now, that brings a lot of different things to the table. One, we look back at our lives and we feel that we have accomplished quite a bit. But two, something that I struggle with, is that I feel I might have peaked while I was in the military. Now, this isn't the truth, but there is that little shred deep down in our minds that says, is it gonna get any better? The truth is, there is better for us in the future. It's just that we have this small negative thought in our heads and it spreads just like a plague. Now, it's something that we need to battle every day to figure out why I am going to be better than I was previously. And that simply is something we have to figure out on our own. For me, there's a lot of things that I think back to while I was serving that I thoroughly thought I made the highest accomplishment I'll ever get. For some of you, it may be a school or a rank achieved while we were in. It could be that feeling of invincibility that you had when you got back from a deployment. Feeling like you were on top of the world and nothing could harm you at that point in time. It's hard to beat the camaraderie that you gain from the military. That bond with these people that have experienced everything with you is not the same as the bond that you get on the civilian side with other people. You still do accomplish things with each other. There's not such a heightened sense that is equated with it. For me, a big piece would have been any of the deployments I came back on was the invincible feeling that you had. For me, I absolutely felt I was the king of the world. I never felt it was going to get any better from that feeling I achieved coming back from a deployment. That feeling provided so much to me, such accomplishment, that I just didn't feel there could be anything to equate or even be close to the level that felt for me. Now, the truth is there is a lot of other things in life, especially on the outside. When you're in the civilian side, the accomplishments you are going to achieve out here are not going to be the same that you got in the military, and that's fine. That's the biggest thing, is that you understand that that's fine, and you know that there's just two different points in your life. One being the military, one being the civilian side. Neither is better than the other. It's just that there are different items that you are trying to compare. It's like comparing apples to oranges. It just will never suffice. It will never work. So in the civilian side, you got to keep looking to the future. Look to what is going to make you better, or what is going to give you that sense of pride, that accomplishment that you achieved while you were in the military. One thing to look at is providing for the family. That is a huge piece. Sometimes it can seem a little mundane and a little monotonous, but at the same time, it is very important. Providing for a family is one of the biggest things that we can all achieve in the civilian world. Be that with a spouse, with a child, whatever it may be. For me, I have a son. For me, the biggest thing I want to achieve right now is being a great parent, a great father to him, a role model and someone that he can look up to. If I can achieve that, I've achieved the world in my eyes. Another area you can look at in the civilian sector would be a career field, whatever it may be. You're not going to achieve the same goals that you did while you were in, but they're still goals nonetheless, and they're important to that company, and they should be important to you too. Achieving those goals is going to give you a sense of pride and accomplishment, just as you did while you were in. Again, if you're trying to compare the military to the civilian world, it's not going to work. It's apples to oranges. Hitting a quota for the quarter, saving your company money, anything in that nature can provide some kind of recognition within the company, and that should feel good. It shouldn't be negligent compared to the past successes that you've had. They're just different, and that's what it's going to be. Now, an area I'm working on for myself would definitely have to be rediscovering myself. I can get something out of that. Any of us can get something out of that. It's trying to find that identity, knowing what that identity is, and then achieving success within it. Now, these goals don't have to be huge. They can be small, and that is completely fine. For me, I'm looking at a whole bunch of different avenues. I'm picking up different hobbies, different interests, and I'm exploring these different options and seeing where they take me. Now, they can lead to a dead end, which is completely fine. The only regret I would have is not trying something initially from the start, not knowing where it would have taken me. Having that ability to explore these different options that I have available to me at this point is great, and it's a perfect way of trying to figure out who you are after the military. I highly advise trying different hobbies, trying different interests, exploring anything that piques your interest. Having the ability to explore what's going on in your mind and poke and prod and feel around just to see what there is to see is an amazing benefit that we get coming out of the military. We've experienced a lot while we were in, so we already know lots of things that we do like and we don't like. Having the ability to come out of that situation where you were working 24/7, you were on call, you were out in the field training for weeks, months on end, and being able to just work a 9 to 5, 40-hour a week, weekends off kind of deal, you have the ability to explore these things at night. You have the ability to explore these things on the weekend. And some of us that are fortunate like me that can call themselves retired have the ability to explore this all day, every day. And there's no reason why you should not try these things today, tomorrow, next week. Get on them now, learn what works for you, what doesn't, what piques your interest and what doesn't, and see where they take you. That's all I can say, is just see where the world will take you. As far as this episode goes, this is it for the time being. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about what you've explored since you've been out of the military, what's piqued your interest, what hasn't. Please like and subscribe to this video. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me, and until next time, peace.